Welcome back! This time for real.
Hey, we're starting Danganronpa Mauve, Part 2, Chapter 2, Episode 2, whatever. Still in the prologue. I had to skip back to where I was because you can't actually save during these dialogue sequences, so that's good to know for this episode. But let's lock back in, shall we? The atmosphere sank because we are about to find out what crime Miss Garbage Kuzu committed. If you take it for granted, it's a natural fact. The elephant in the room who caught the attention of power but tried to erase their presence with a scarlet tag called Ultimate Jailbreaker. It was a matter of getting on the chopping block one day. 16 gazes surrounding the table stared to her face, waiting for her mouth to move. And Misaki hung her chin and lowered her eyes as if avoiding them.
Nanda.
Dodging? Avoiding doesn't solve anything. Open mouth. What is your crime?
If you promise you won't prejudge anything I say.
You're saying that as if you're going to make a grandiose excuse. Let's hear it.
That was Kurisu's voice from Steins Gate. I just recorded one of those, so I got it back. I think that's kind of going to be her voice. Misaki let out a heavy sigh as if pulled from deep within her stomach, and then started talking. Since you seem to be most curious, I'll tell you what my crimes are. Multiple crimes, huh? I mean, I guess jailbreaking is a crime in and of itself, so... My charges were manslaughter and arson. Wow, okay. I thought he said that it wasn't that bad of a crime. As soon as the words were spoken, loud and small murmurs began to fill the diner little by little. Hold on, everyone. I don't think we need to be upset like this already. Isn't it too soon when Misaki's explanation isn't over yet?
Being admonished already? Is it not fact? Is it not fact?
She was more calm like that, okay. I didn't mean it that way. Miss Kuzu, you just ended your speech in the past tense. Does this have any special meaning? I was just about to explain. The reason for using the past tense is simple. It's because the false accusation against me has been cleared. What? To be precise, there was someone who was attacking me with a knife, and we got into a physical fight, and the other guy got stabbed. I could have been judged for self-defense, but in the end, it was concluded as manslaughter, and I was fined 500,000 yen. In Japan, only a maximum fine of 500,000 yen is sentenced. Only a maximum fine of 5,000 yen is sentenced for manslaughter. What? Only a fine is sentenced? So manslaughter isn't actually sentenced with imprisonment? Is that what that's saying? We didn't have that much money in our house, but I was sentenced to probation for being a first-time offender and for trying to stab someone first. But then I was imprisoned for additional charges of arson. After that, I voluntarily escaped and collected evidence of my innocence. I worked for it, and I was cleared of my charges. Of course, breaking out of prison is also a crime, so now I was imprisoned only for the crime of jailbreak. Okay.
Wow, so cool.
Are you persuading us to believe?
What was that, Justin? It sounds ridiculous when you hear it, right? It was unfair on my part. It's a pity that there is no one who can testify. You guys really haven't seen my name in the newspaper? Everyone in the seats shook their heads. How am I supposed to deal with this?
There's only one way. Hey, Monokuma, come here.
As soon as Ego finished speaking, the shape of a bear appeared in the air.
Hello! The shape of a bear appeared in the air. Would you not care to give me a dare? I don't like truths. Yes, I am Monokuma, the teacher who comes running when you call.
Ah! It appeared! You, be quiet.
Monokuma,
Have you heard us until now? Is it true or not? Testify.
eh? I've heard everything, but why should I testify to that?
Well, judging by the school rules here, you seem to want the fairest killing game. But if the starting points of mutual trust are different, wouldn't it be difficult to expect a fair development?
You want a fair killing game. I certainly hope for that. But is it really what you're trying to say? Is that really what you're trying to say? I think it could be used as the cornerstone of the game for the shadow of suspicion that begins with Miss Kuzu. Still, this is a really obvious plot twist. One vicious criminal among 14 good students. The picture drawn afterwards is not very interesting. So I will support Miss Kuzu's testimony. No, should I call her Miss Misaki as she wishes? Miss Misaki's words are true. It is all true that she has been framed and that in prison she is only paying for the crime she escaped from.
The atmosphere seemed to have changed a little at the truth that was revealed. Is this reliable information? There's no credibility in the words of a rude person like you who has no respect for life.
Such sad words. I always tell the truth about murder and killing games. There is absolutely no reason for me to defend one student. Well, how about showing a news article? It's well kept in the Mono Archive, the world's most powerful information gatherer.
Let me see now.
All right, fine. Then hold on.
What's the Mono Archive? After Monokuma finished talking, he disappeared again with his weird sounds. Are they actually hearing these in the universe?
I've been to the Mono Archive. I got a few things from the newspaper article. Would you like to take a look at it since you wanted to see it?
Monokuma appeared and held several scraps of newspaper in his paws.
Hey, it's far away, so the camera won't take it. Can you show me a little closer?
Murder case that took place a few weeks ago at Kanagawa Prefecture Morigaoka High School was ruled as manslaughter. The court upheld a fine of 500,000 yen and a 1-year suspended sentence for Misaki Kuzu, who was charged with violating the act of manslaughter.
Oh, thank you for the narration.
There's one more. The real culprit of Morigaoka High School arson incident last year was arrested. On the other hand, the court overturned the previous judgment and acquitted Misaki Kuzu, who was sentenced as a previous criminal in the case and found not guilty, citing insufficient evidence that she had committed the crime. On the same day, the police arrested a group of 5 people, including the real culprit A, and secured confessions such as attempting to frame.
I've never read an article like that, but it seems plausible.
She seemed so scary to me last episode, so I'm gonna try and figure out a voice that fits her.
Then you believe me?
Wouldn't it be better if you could explain the detailed background?
To be honest, there are so many holes in the story you told us that it's hard to understand. Is that so? I do have a complicated background. First, I have to tell you about my past. The school I went to was a very poor quality school. It was also called a thug training center because the only place to enter after graduating was gangsters. I still have attachments to the school, so I tried to change it somehow. However, one day, a classmate brought a hedgehog knife and tried to stab me. In the middle of a physical fight, I cut off his arm and fell at the same time. But the knife got stuck in his carotid artery. Where is that? Also, has she got a squint going on? I have one of those. That's happening to my eye right now so bad. I don't know why it can't focus. The ambulance was late, and he passed away. He already had a gang he led on campus, but a few who had a grudge against me teamed up to set the school on fire and framed me. I was able to find the evidence after I escaped. One of the gang members got scared and confessed first, so I was lucky. Otherwise, I would have served a life sentence. The story ends here. How about it? There was no response, even after the words were spoken. Gangsters, knives, false accusations. I must have grown tired of stories that have no sense in reality.
That's your favorite character here. How does the credibility of the story plummet as the story gets bigger? I thought I was listening to some violent school scenario.
It's not a story that makes no sense, but it is dramatic. Could it be that all of this is true?
Yes, it's the truth without an inch of error or even the tiniest bit of lies, since everyone still has doubts. Fine, so let's continue the story assuming it's true. I don't think I need more clippings for this article, Bear. You hold this and get out. You're getting in the way.
I did everything you asked me to do, but I'm being treated like this? You're treating me like a comfortable shut-in.
What does that mean?
I'm not some kind of Doraemon. Oh, wait, my hair.
What is going on? Is that some kind of trademarked, like, Digimon knockoff that he's not allowed to say?
Why, are you feeling lonely? I don't know. I'll leave you alone I'll leave you alone as you want.
Back to the point.
Misako's words are without credibility, I admit.
It's easier to believe than you think.
My background is also similar to hers. Do not believe that reason does not exist. I will refrain from indiscriminate suspicion, but I will not believe it either. I will keep it that way for you. Therefore, I will not accompany you. Choose to act alone.
Are you sure? It would be dangerous to act alone.
No need to worry about me. Let it be about yourself instead.
After Justin said that, he got up from his seat.
Where are you going?
Private room, take a rest.
Love you, Justin.
At this point, I also have to say sorry. If you're going to lead the group, I'm out.
What's wrong with everyone? The most important thing in this situation is bonding. Don't you know that?
No, I know. The only flaw is that the leader seat has someone who has been to prison. I just don't like sitting there with an ex-convict. There's a symbolism and responsibility that you will have as the head of the group. It's not something that a person who has stabbed someone with a knife can bear.
You said bear?
No, go away.
This is not something that I have against you. Do you understand?
You're right.
As a person who has never missed the position of a class president or class rep since I was young, I naturally tried to lead the group again this time. But things have changed so much since then. Guys, what would you like me to do? A side that alienates me and goes with everyone, and another side that puts me as the leader and creates a few breakaways. I'll leave the choice to you guys. Even if we suddenly hear such a statement, I don't think we can make a wise choice.
It's as you excuse me. It's as you say. We've only known each other a few hours, and we barely know each other yet. At the very least, I don't even know if Misaki's sins are true or not.
But I think I know one thing. Misaki's leadership was certainly comfortable. It was a very short moment. The results were unsatisfactory, but the process itself was stable. So, in the current situation, I want to support Misaki, even with the criminal tag attached. For now, they were reliable, at least from what we checked.
Right, so that's your opinion?
Well, maybe this is because Shoji puts too much faith in Misaki. Now we need to think a little bit more critical. I'm not that much of an advocate for Miss Kuzu. However, I don't think there's any reason to stop Miss Kuzu at this time. A group needs a good leader. So then, we only recruited the only volunteer in existence. Please understand that I do not mean that I will unconditionally trust only Miss Kuzu and reject Mr. Blade or Miss Ego.
If Miss Kuzu becomes unreliable by any means, it's okay if we reject Miss Kuzu's leadership. Of course, Miss Kuzu lied or behaved in it. If Miss Kuzu lied or behaved in an unreasonable manner, she should be immediately imprisoned somewhere or her rights to be taken away. Come on, guys, she's already escaped from prison. You really think imprisoning her somewhere is gonna do anything? In that case, I will take the lead and make it possible if I need to. Is that me? Rintaro, isn't what you're saying a bit too scary? Does that sound like it? It's just my own opinion for my safety and your safety. Do you think that humans who intentionally take the lives of others need to be treated like normal people? She didn't take the life of a person intentionally. Were you listening at all?
To put it all together, there's no room for doubt.
So you're accepting that Kuzu is going to be the leader. I'll wait and see if she's really trustworthy. You'll be the only one who has to bend over first.
Let me say it again.
I know what you're trying to say. I'm not trying to treat you as the enemy. I wouldn't do such a thing in this environment, okay? It just means I'm going to be a step away. After those words, Ego folded her arms and leaned back on the chair, closing her mouth.
Are there any other options? If not, the leader issue is over. We will believe in you, Misaki. Therefore, don't let our beliefs be wrong. Can you do that?
Of course. I'll prove that your choice was right. Thank you, everyone. After speaking, Misaki spread her arms and smiled. Like this? Then, how about everyone go back to our private rooms for now? There was a lot of confusion, and it would be physically tiring.
Yeah? So, I can sleep?
Oh, she's a me-me-meer.
Kana, you should go to your room and then sleep.
All right, so we're disbanding for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning.
It feels like only half of our cast was talking there. In such a crowded atmosphere, the meeting was dissolved. Calm down. It seems like I pushed my opinion too hard, so respect your decision. This is a flashback. Remember this from the last episode? I really recorded this pretty recently, so it might be dangerous, but give us strength. Okay. Good flashback? What requirement should a good leader have? Lying in bed while thinking about this, I fell asleep. Maybe they should be pretty and cute and handsome, maybe hot. What about gorgeous or beautiful? I'm sorry, I shouldn't be thinking like that. That's not kind of me. I shouldn't judge persons on how they look or how they are persons.
Hello, you guys! It is morning, 7 a.m. Wake up time! Could I have said that less awkwardly? Now, let's have a lively day today. Before that, I have an announcement. Everyone listening to this broadcast, please gather at the gym immediately.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I need to wash up. It is good to wash up. I took a shower and got ready to go outside. Showers in the morning are nice, man. I used to be a shower at night kind of guy because I lived with my parents and everybody was using the shower at different times of day. But now that I got my own shower, it's like you wake up in the morning, wash off, your hair is all nice for the rest of the day, and it kind of helps wake you up a little bit. After washing up, I immediately pulled the doorknob of my room, and beyond there... What's up? How you doing, garbage?
Hey, Hiroto.
Misako? What are you doing in front of my room?
Why? Well, I was wondering what was going on because the bear made an announcement even though you didn't come. Looking at you, it seems I was worried over nothing. Fortunately. Well, let's go to the gym quickly.
What's going on?
I'm not sure either. When we get there, we'll find out, okay?
Okay. Can I save? Can I save? And then I was led by Misako's hand and moved to the gym. This has been one long period where I can't save.
Oh, here they are.
You're here. Are you safe? Yeah, nothing happened. So, what's going on? How important is it to tell someone to come during this early morning?
You sure have short temper. I'll tell you soon. The reason I called you here is because of an announcement. As soon as I introduce the latecomer.
Latecomer? Until now, an existence that had not been mentioned, let alone expected, came up on the stage. After a small conflict, the peace of 15 people was shattered in one day, and the students have to face change before they have time to calm down. As if to foreshadow this, the large gym was quickly filled with whispers.
Latecomer? What do you mean? Didn't the academy have 15 freshmen?
I didn't know why you thought that. I have never been specific about the number of people. Well then, let me introduce them right away. A tardy student from this school who appeared wandering around while you introduced each other and spent the day together. Nozomi Miyuki,
Please greet him with an applause.
Woo! Miyuki, let's go! Before the students could react, it had begun. Hello? His pronouns are he, him. Look at us. We're all so pretty. The art in this game is great so far. What's going on? Hello? Oh, hey, you! You're also pretty. Nozomi Miyuki. We're listening to his thoughts. Is he becoming the main character? What's going on here? Looking back on my memories, my name is Nozomi Miyuki. However, I don't recall anything else. 4 shadows of killing. End. Oh, is that the end of the prologue? Ah, yes, let's save, baby. I'm still gonna be playing a little bit more, but it just had been a while since I saved. It's dazzling. The optic nerve is forced into the light, and my hands and feet are shaken by an irritating sensation that seems to tingle my brain. Where I stand is... Way to talk normally, kid. A trip down memory lane. My name is Nozomi Miyuki. I'm a high school student. I'm standing at Hope's Peak Academy, a specialty school for talented high school students, ultimate students. And... what's your talent? I'm the ultimate imposter. What? I can't think of anything else. My mind is going blank. I absent-mindedly put my hand to my forehead, abusing my malfunctioning brain. With the light blocked by my hand, some things were more visible than the first time. First of all, I was standing in a jewel gymnasium, a school gymnasium, specifically the podium at the front. The windows were all boarded up, so it was reasonable to assume that the only light source causing the shine was from the ceiling, or this ring light right in front of me, or honestly this ring light to my left. And... oh, hey, we're on chapter 1, look at that. My gaze stopped on 15 pairs of eyes and ears focused on me, as if I were the centerpiece of an academic assembly. Who are these people? I hope my voice is coming through. I'm kind of whispering a bit more. I'm kind of putting more of an Alex Lee voice on this guy. The Sandcastle Inside Condemned. Was that the title? 15 pairs of eyes were looking this way, but none of them seemed willing to start a conversation. What is it? Fear, wariness, or displeasure? Either way, it's clear that my existence wasn't pleasant to these 15 people. Shouldn't I have the option to talk to them first? But in such a rigid atmosphere, I felt like no matter what I did, it would be met with resistance. What do I do? Unfortunately, or fortunately, I wasn't one of the first to bring up the topic.
What? I brought in a tardy student, and this is your reaction? You're going to be like this all day? Surely you're not trying to beat Miyuki-kun to the punch by getting to know each other a day earlier. Miyuki-kun is technically a student at this academy, and is on equal footing with you. Bullying is not something I can ignore as headmaster.
The last words were meant to be a nudge, but none of the students spoke up.
Well, they're still silent even after this. Are kids these days really so awkward with their classmates?
What were those commas?
I get it. You guys, is it so awkward because the teacher is holding on like this? You want to talk without being noticed, but you can't read the mood and the teacher keeps interrupting you. This Mr. Monokuma is a true teacher who cares about his students. I'm going to leave you on your own devices and talk among yourselves.
With those words, the strange teddy bear painted white on the left and black on the right disappeared. As I wondered how it disappeared, I heard a sound coming to my ears. The voice of the first person as I set foot in this place. Hey, did he say Miyuki? Before I had a chance to prepare, my name was called. I didn't know what to say, so I just nodded, and the other person seemed relaxed.
Okay, so we can call you Miyuki, right? My name is Misaki Kuzu, but you can call me Misaki. First, I have a lot of questions for you. I don't think we can do this standing up here, so let's move. We've got a place for that. You okay with this?
I nodded to the question as well.
I was wondering if you could give me a verbal answer. Oh no, don't tell me you can't talk, can you? If you can't, I'm really sorry.
She scratched the back of her head, but I could tell from her exaggerated expression that she was joking. I wonder if she's trying to lighten the mood. Okay.
Oh, so you do know how to talk. Thank goodness. So why don't you come over here first? It's a little hard to see because you're so far away.
The girl, who introduced herself as Misaki, gestured for me to come over. My head is still scrambling, but I'll do what I'm told. Why are we getting a late classmate? Just as I was about to take a step, there was someone in my way. Hello?
Huh?
Kana? If there's something you'd like to talk about, I'd like it if you moved.
Interesting guy.
That's a pretty honest remark. I feel like I'm being watched. I began to worry about my future treatment in here. Regardless of my feelings, the 16 of us exited the gym and began walking down the scenic hallway. How scenic could the hallway be?
Yeah.
Ah, Miyuki, you're up.
Hey! Hi!
What? There were a few students in the diner eating. Misaki noticed that her plate was already empty. Why is it black? Who was talking?
I didn't see you all day yesterday. Did you sleep through it?
Sorry, I got a little tired and fell asleep.
I couldn't sleep, but this Tsubaki will forgive you for your generosity.
What's going on?
Danganronpa.
Okay, hold on. I moved the save file to where it should be. For chapter 1? Okay. Okay. This is chapter 1. Let me get back to where I was and see if it's actually all black like before. Okay, yeah. Kana stops him, and this is about where it all went black before, right? Right here. Scenic hallway. Aha! Aha! Okay, we're back. It was in the dining hall that Misaki brought me and the rest of the group. It's a great place with a large table and space for 16 people.
First of all, let me ask for your indulgence. You're in the same position as us, but in a slightly different one. And I think that might be a clue. My questions might be a bit aggressive, so let me know if you're not comfortable in this position. You have a certain amount of freedom to reject questions in your own way.
No, it's fine. The moment I was about to say it's okay.
Freedom to decline questions? That's ridiculous.
Ah, she's question mark because this guy doesn't know her. So we're really playing as this new guy, huh? I was unexpectedly cut off.
You're right. We're at a crossroads, and every bit of information is a bitter pill to swallow. Is that where you're going to pay just to get a newspaper?
Yeah.
Calm down, Ego. I'm just saying, of course, I'm not here by for info.
Misaki explained in a strong tone, and the girl called Ego clicked her tongue in disapproval.
If you're going to do it right, leader. There may be more of you in here than you realize.
I agree. She untrustworthy. Perceptive. You should know also. You are object of violence. Vigilance or something, I don't know. What am I saying?
It was clear that Misaki was not a figure of universal support.
It's still early to gain your trust. I know that too. I'll try a little more, so leave it to me for now. Now, you're a little confused, right? If it was mentioned he was in the same predicament, and all of a sudden, we're talking about what he knows.
So, to give Miyuki a head start, why don't we introduce ourselves again? Miyuki doesn't know our names or our talents, and he's still too confused to get a feel for the atmosphere.
I like it! Now that we have a new face, a public statement was something that had to be done at some point, and now seems like the perfect time!
As the shorter boy said his words, I could see the rest of the class nodding in agreement. Obviously, I'm not going to have the opportunity to talk to all the new students at once unless they're all together, like now. The two students who had just spoken out against Kuzu were not opposed to her, though not in attitude.
わかった。
We're all in agreement, so we'll start.
Then, one by one, they went counterclockwise and shared their names, talents, and other bits of information.
Okay, that leaves you, Miyuki. Why don't you introduce yourself?
The silence is instantaneous, the cold air choking my throat with the gaze of people determined to catch every breath. Give me the answer I want, any of them, and give me something positive to review, was the unspoken message. Okay. I felt like this strategy was more appropriate to a captured enemy soldier than a companion. If there was a concern, it was how far my tongue would continue in the future to come. What are these sentences? I'm having some trouble here, y'all. But I had no choice to begin with. After hesitating, I opened my mouth. My name is Nozomi Miyuki, and I'm a high school student like you. But I don't know if I'm a student from Host Peak Academy.
What do you mean? You didn't get an admission?
The acceptance letter from this school? I'm sorry, but I never received it. No, not exactly. I don't recall acquiring it.
何?
What does that mean?
It is literally what I said. I don't remember. From 1 through 10. What does that mean? What my talents are, and am I even a student from Hope's Peak Academy? What happened to my family, my friendships, everything. I am literally wiped clean.
What?
Does that mean amnesia?
We're not similar, right? Because I don't actually remember anything except for my name. Technically, the memories from when I met you guys at the gym are still there. It's just that all the memories of my past are gone.
So retrograde amnesia. But the memories are still intact in the present, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
The only student brought in for tardiness has lost all memories of his name. That doesn't sound like a coincidence.
What do you mean, Miss Kazuki?
Well, this is just a quick observation, but I mean, it's possible that the mastermind that did this deliberately erased all of your memories, which is memory manipulation. I'm the kind of person who gets dizzy when I see numbers. So I don't know anything about that, but isn't that really hard?
You're right. It is hard. Selectively erasing memories requires a very high level of neurological skill. I figured it would be a shadowy organization that kidnapped 16 high school students to do this, but I didn't think it would be this bad. Wait. I still don't get it. Are you serious? You don't remember anything but your name?
Yeah, I'm not exaggerating. The only thing that sticks in my mind is my name, Nozomi Miyuki. I have no memory, no knowledge, and I have nothing to teach you. It's a real pity. It was like being told you can't help, but the students' interests seem to have already shifted elsewhere.
それはだな。
That no knowledge thing? That's not exactly accurate, is it?
Huh? What do you mean?
If you really don't have knowledge, you shouldn't even be speaking the language. If you don't have any knowledge of Japanese in your head, how are we able to speak it?
Oh, right. But what's wrong? I know I speak Japanese, obviously. If I don't have knowledge of Japanese, I'll never be able to speak it. I also know what is commonly known as common sense. For example, a day is 24 hours, a force is the product of mass and acceleration, a marathon track is 42.195 kilometers long. That one's not common sense.
Am I the only one who knows the first one?
I guess we're unorthodox people.
Then should memory and knowledge be categorized separately? Memories are perceptions about me that I have built up on my own, and knowledge is perceptions that are generalized facts that others can build up to the same extent. It's a rough categorization.
なるほど。
That sounds like a reasonable judgment.
Pretentious enough, but no contradictions, right?
興味があるね。
Even though you just came to your senses, your head is still spinning well. Are you sure you really lost your memory?
Of course I do. You don't think so?
No, I don't think that. I was just poking around.
そしたら、
But if it's true, if that kind of artificial categorization is happening, I'd say it's more likely that the mastermind did it. They wanted to expunge all memories of your identity, but that makes it difficult for you to return to the level of a newborn baby, right? So it's just the basic knowledge that a Japanese high school student should have. Is that right?
ならば、
That's a long story, but to summarize, it was necessary for the mastermind to erase Miyuki's memory for some reason.
Right,
それ
and
と
it also established that you were a very important person.
Ego's words had a profound effect. Once again, everyone in the room held their breath.
There's no way the mastermind could have wiped his memory with its advanced technology. No. Even if it was a memory of some sort, the contents could be considered valuable. In the end, either way, Nozomi Miyuki, your past may hold the key.
でしょうかね。
Or perhaps that might be the mastermind's trap.
What?
A person or group of people with the skill set to perform memory manipulation to a ridiculous degree. For them, artificially erasing Miyuki's memories may be a matter of snapping their fingers. Naturally, it's fair game whether they're the lead or a supporting character.
ならば、
Guys, I'm the main character now. Didn't you hear? If that's the case, then Miss Ego's hypothesis does not qualify as inevitable.
なんだそれ。
It may be logically plausible, but it's a hypothesis that doesn't give a shit about reality. If they had the skills, they'd already be overthrowing governments and taking over the world. You wouldn't be doing this shit with a bunch of high school students. Well, we're not exactly useless high school students.
ほんまに。
Honmani, you guys are so naive, huh? What? Do you understand? You're being naive.
決まっとるよ。
Don't believe everything that's being said. Isn't this basically a killing school trip? You seem to think that he's in a different position than we are because he showed up a day late. But he is a student after all. So I don't believe
何
this.
か。
So, what are you trying to say then?
おかしないか。
You don't think it's suspicious? Putting a convenient shield like amnesia. You're going to block all unfavorable questions with that shield, kid. I'll be damned if the mastermind is not among us.
Wait a minute, Erica! You're pushing it too far!
As I heard right, not me. I mean, not the other guy. As I heard the sound of a chair being pulled away, Fukuoka was on her feet.
It could be a patient who's really suffering from memory loss, and you're going too far in front of them?
なんや。
How does it matter?
What?
She mentioned this first, but though this questioning was supposed to be aggressive, he didn't take offense in it. If this isn't an aggressive questioning, what is it?
No, but Miyuki, are you fine with that?
Are these concerns for Fukuoka sincere? In that case, it would be right for me to give a sincere answer. Yes, I'm fine.
わかったわ。
Really? If it's okay with you, it might be pointless, but...
Fukuoka sat down with a face that was still slightly uncomfortable with the mood. In the end, Miyuki's words should not be taken lightly.
せやな。
That's true. Who can prove them?
Oh, hey, me! I mean, the other guy? Yeah, she's right. 100%. He looks a little creepy here. Is my voice right? Even those who had remained silent until now also joined. I began to have feeling that the ending of this conversation would not end well.
Hiroto,
だって、
No, if you think about it, isn't that true? We are having a serious topic about who we can trust in this school. Everyone in here are people you can't trust. Everyone is sharpening their knives inside of them. And on the outside, they are just saying good things like cooperation and unity.
何よ。
Hiruto, you...
やめてよ。
Don't look at me like that. You're probably thinking to yourself, when will this annoying guy shut up? Are you going to get a knife or what?
もう。
I hope you truly don't think of us like that.
ならば、
So, what do you want to say then? It's simple. This is all meaningless. Forget about interrogating this guy and getting meaningless answers and just let him go already. It's like trying to solve a problem that you can't even guess the right answer to with the people involved in this situation. Just as I was about to put my hand to my forehead in irony, a dull thud echoed across the dining table.
Oh, wow, you're funny. We've gone in full circle, but there are times when you give the right answer, Hiruto. I can't tell if I'm mad here, but I'm pretending to be because I think that the loud thud was her, like, hitting her hands on the table like this. Can you explain it a little more clearly? It's enough with the meaningless things you've done so far. Meaningless? Even though Miyuki is suspicious as he could be pretending. It doesn't make sense. Miyuki himself says he can't remember anything, so there's nothing to go on from here. Or is this a bunch of idiots talking to a bunch of idiots? I like to keep my options open. Wouldn't you agree that you should be prepared for any situation? Who doesn't know that? Even if he's pretending, we'll leave the suspicious stuff up there.
That's what we're talking about, right?
Shh, let's be quiet. The worst case scenario is that you're right. Miyuki is the mastermind, and we can't help but think he's lying to us. Even so, we can't get answers from Miyuki, so let's keep our doubts to ourselves. We're not getting anywhere, and if I'm not getting anywhere, I hate wasting time. Oh, and that doesn't mean I'm siding with you, Hiruto, so don't get too excited. I didn't like how you were ruining the mood by just talking about something that wasn't healthy to the topic. Yeah, me. I mean, the other guy. That's no fun. If you're an engineer, doesn't that mean you have to make something like a lie detector? With those words, Jumanji stopped speaking. Well, you went through the hazing process. Thank you for your cooperation, Miyuki. There's no need to say it like that. I didn't feel offended at all.
We've been talking to this guy like he was an actor and being the mastermind. This is a nice guy. You need to learn how to face the storms of the world together with this sister. Just trust me and follow me. What is he? What? Is he your child now? It's pretty embarrassing to lose your memories and get suspicious from the start, right? It's okay. If you stay with us, you'll get through it somehow. Fukuoka, are you doing it too? That was a joke. Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate it. No. How could I not be offended? Ha! Keep that one to yourself. Silence descended on this dining hall. It's not that the mood has fallen, it's just pure silence. Maybe they've grown tired of the colleague they found in front of them. Or maybe they're just tired of the joy they've been given. Of the toy they've been given. Okay. As if I'm wanting to break the silence unnecessarily, and not wanting to put into words the feelings shared by everyone, the group dispersed. I wonder if Misaki, the person who organized the conversation, thought it was a problem that I could have been solved by putting our heads together. And I, who never told a lie, was in trouble. Which, as Jumanji mentioned, is a problem that won't be solved unless someone brings a reliable lie detector. The point was to embrace it. In my case, an absurd starting point. In the case of the students, the unknown human individual. I was convinced, but what about the rest? The unknown is scary, and I could only hope that no one would hold a knife to my throat in haste. Is this me? After exiting the diner, I stood in front of the red door as Monokuma had instructed me beforehand. My private room. Cool. I'm at the end of the hall, huh? So the other MC is right above me. When I unlocked the door with my key and entered, the view gave me a feeling that it was not much different from the room of a regular family house. That said, I didn't have to be nervous. Good. Yeah, don't be nervous, kid. It's gonna be fine. From that point on, it was a wildfire process. The next thing I knew, I was lying on a fluffy bed, and before I could think of anything else, it struck me. In short, I fell asleep. Monokuma Theater? No way they put Monokuma Theater in this.
So, let's say we have a sandcastle.
Hey, that's what this chapter's called.
A sandcastle is, of course, a castle made of sand.
A sandcastle is made up of so many grains of sand that the loss of a single grain of sand doesn't make that much of a difference. So if you take a grain of sand out of that sandcastle, it's still a sandcastle, right? You've taken one more grain of sand out of a sandcastle that's missing a grain of sand, but it's still a castle. What happens if we stretch that thought? We pull out another grain of sand, 3 grains and 4 and 10. Before I know it, all the sand was gone, and there was only 1 grain of sand left in the sandcastle. So, is it a sandcastle, or is it the sandcastle of Theseus? The common sense answer would be no, but that's a problem. At what point did this sandcastle lose so much sand that it stopped being a sandcastle? There's a fine line in between. Now, get ready to answer the questions and keep listening to the story. It's not even worth thinking about, because a sandcastle isn't just an arithmetic number of grains of sand. A sandcastle is a subjective concept defined by the size and shape of the grains of sand. A sandcastle is a structure that it has a certain height, has a certain number of towers, and a certain amount of scale. If you break any of those, it's just a matter of making it a sandcastle disqualification. So, how do we determine this criteria? Some say you need 3 towers to call it a sandcastle, others say 1 is enough. Someone will say it needs to be 2 meters tall. Some will say 10 centimeters is enough, right? I'll leave that up to the discretion of the arguers. It's not like we're going to fight over something so childish, is it? Let's solve the problem with this. There's no problem that it can't be solved by Monokuma's touch.
I see the analogy. It's all gonna make sense after this chapter, surely. Ding dong bing bong.
Hey everyone! It's morning, 7 a.m. It's wake up time. Now let's get on with our lives.
Can I please save? I think I've been dreaming something. A very useless dream. I racked my brain, but the memory had already escaped me. The alarm has gone off, so it's time to get out of my head and get moving. Am I actually gonna get moving? Huh? There's something hard on the bed. I pulled my hand out from under the covers.
You found a monocoin!
Poggers!
Oh, Miyuki, you found the monocoin!
What's that?
Oh, wow, Miyuki, aren't you too emotionless? At times like this, you have to be surprised and say, or annoyed and say, why are you coming into other people's rooms to get the flavor? It's not that I don't understand it, I just have one word. What? So,
what's this monocoin thing?
oh, just ignore me then. Well, actually, that's what I came here to explain, so let's get back to the point. The monocoin is a small gift from me to make your school life a little richer. As you can see, the size is only coins, but they are hidden all over the school. So if you plan to find them, you can collect a lot of them in a minute.
So what can I do with this?
Well, the school has a small shop, you noticed?
I came to this school for the first time yesterday. Of course I don't know.
You should have paid more attention to your surroundings. The display stand has a lottery machine called the Mono machine, where you can use the coins to win prizes. Since ancient times, the lottery has been my favorite. Why don't you give it a try, Miyuki?
I'm not sure what the point of that would be, but whatever. Yeah, I'll go with... No, I don't want to give it a try right now! I want to save! I grabbed the coin from the bed and slipped it into my pocket, then immediately turned around and headed for the bathroom door. I could hear Monokuma muttering some sort of curse words behind me, but I chose to ignore it. The second shower of Danganronpa Mauve. When I slid the bathroom door open, Monokuma had disappeared. So, what do we do now? Let's go eat first. Time to get to the diner. You can now save with the e-handbook using shift. What do you mean? Couldn't I save before? Whoa! Can I save it? I saved over the other save. I hope that's not a problem. Wow, okay, they really updated the thingy. Okay, yeah. I don't have the same escape system. It's shift now. Okay, that's very cool. I wonder how, like, updated the chapters are gonna get with each chapter. Actually, is the whole game out and only 2 chapters are dubbed? I've saved, I've been recording for an hour, and honestly, I'm enjoying it. It's so fun. And you guys told me to check out Kill Cure too. That one also looked very cool. I will be checking that out probably just after I finish all that's out of this one, Danganronpa Mauve. But I saw a thumbnail that Weeby Newz had posted because she played through a bit of it, and it looks so high quality, so I'll definitely be doing that. I hope you all enjoyed this episode. If you did, please like the video and subscribe and all that, and ring the bell icon and comment stuff like, wow, you're so good at voice wait, okay, I was genuinely saying that as a joke, but somebody did comment that in my last episode. Whoever you are, you're awesome. Thank you for that. Yeah, I don't know, comment something. Go for it. Just give it a try, it's fun. And, ring the bell icon, I think, is the last thing I haven't said. And then just, I'll see you in the next video, okay? Peace out!